Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of our Minecraft Xbox One Survival Let's Play. Now, depending on whether or not I can recover the footage I've got from my previous episode, which might be episode 56, it might be episode 57, but whichever episode it is, a lot has changed. And we're going to get straight into that because I've made a lot of progress in the last 3 weeks since the last episode. Now, the things that we've done before we get into anything, we have pretty much cleaned up all the chests, as you know of. I finally got rid of some of the last ones that were sticking around, besides the ones that are in the background where the roof is missing on the house. We have completely finished all of the 4 track selectors at the middle of the world, which we will show off the redstone for all of them in just a second. We are missing a mountain. Well, we're missing 2 mountains, really, and we have made almost 2 weeks worth of progress on the front of the castle. Yeah, the castle looks stunning in my personal opinion, and you can see a little bit from here, but I'm going to keep my head down because you will notice that that pillar of essentially a mountain that we had here has been removed now. The area's been flattened out, and I think it looks a lot better. There's obviously some of the stuff in here from when I removed it. It was like a double chest worth of stuff. So before we get onto the castle, which you can clearly see I'm starting to get going in the background, I seem to be missing a little bit of smooth stone up there. We're going to go and take a look quickly at all of the track selectors because they took a long time to get running. And obviously we've had one built for a while now anyway. We had the first one over here which was working. Let's just try and let this thing past. I've got this minecart just running in a circle at the moment. I'm missing a slab here. I'm glad that I came back up here. Now I can put the slab back. So, this was the first one that we had done. Obviously, it's been moved slightly to center it on it. Obviously, when it activates on the piston, the slime block pushes the redstone block inside the house to the standard redstone timer we've got in there already. Now, if I go upstairs, you'll notice there's 2 redstone timers in here now, because these timers hold open the redstone tracks for an extended period of time. Because if you're only being in a player minecart and you've got a minecart chest behind you, you want it open long enough that it will let both through and not just the first one. So this one controls the white wool, this one controls, I think it's the orange wool, and it actually, the signal runs through the roof. So let's head down, which is here, and let's go and take a look at the second one. Now, I have actually made a lot more fireworks since last time because I've been basically running on bare bones. So let's get up here again. This one is currently sat... Oh, too far. And the orange one here isn't too far. Did I just push the minecart in the wrong direction? No, I didn't. This one's been centered as well. As you can tell, piston pushes it inside. That's the output signal there. And they all work just fine that they turn this piece of track to go straight down there. Because obviously we have 2 tracks running parallel to each other. One makes the minecarts go one way, one makes the minecarts go the other way. But obviously at the middle where we have done this sort of roundabout, you can't do that. You could have done it, but it would have been a little bit awkward and it would have made junctions absolutely massive. And we've simplified it a lot to make it work. Again, we've got another one that works here. Did I leave a chest on one of them? Where did I feel like I saw something extra that shouldn't belong? But essentially, this one is a little bit more complicated. The reason being is I had nowhere I could hide the timer. So I've had to make this clever little thing where it actually pushes down the logs from the tree. Now, last episode, I don't know if it was the episode I kept or not, we had the tree in a different position, but the tree's been moved to here now, and it's the same system, which if I can not keep stuttering about, which runs on that one as well. It basically pushes it down through a tree, and then it comes back up through a tree. So, if we take a look under the tree, we can be able to see the system itself. So, let's jump down here. We've got some dirt. So, we have a redstone repeater here. In the block here, we actually have a redstone block itself. So, when it does get pushed down, the redstone block activates the repeater, which signals into the block, which activates this piece of dust, which obviously runs it into this sticky piston we've got here, pushes the redstone block to here, and then after a 5-tick delay, this piston pushes it back, turning the signal off. 5 ticks is what it needs to register a tick on this without making it crash. That's just an extender, really. Nothing really to do with it. It was just helping for this thing not to stay up in the air. Standard timer leaves it over here, which then goes up through a tree to the top. Aha! So let's bust our way back out. We're going to be breaking a lot of stuff today to try and show all this off. So then it obviously comes down this tree for this one. We can break this piece of dirt because I've made a pillar here a couple times now. Same system, obviously runs through there like so. And then, is it this one that I can go through? Yes, it's this one. we actually have the extender signal working exactly the same way. 5-tick repeater, runs down the back down there, and goes inside this here. Now this one has got a problem, which is why I noted that they need the redstone repeater, because this one doesn't have one, and sometimes it will freeze. So I do need to actually fix that. Why is there a sheep down here? Can't get mobs previously in my world, and then all of a sudden I'm getting them all at once. It just doesn't make really much sense to me anymore. So, let's pillar out of here with the cobblestone. So I need to get a repeater in there, and that one should be fine. So let's just grab that quickly, because I know I've got everything on me. I can see a chicken in a tree there as well. Redstone repeater. Aha. There we go. We can put that back in there. I don't even remember where we came up. It was a piece of cobblestone. Let's just say it was this one. It was indeed. Good memory. So let's then just place this there. And then we can just take our piece of dust. We'll just leave it there. I really don't need it at this point. I've got plenty of redstone. If I ever do need it, it's just there, I guess. So yeah, these all run on 4 different pieces of wool. We showed this off last time. We've got the pink, no, it's not pink. It's magenta, orange, light blue, and white. There we go. Yes, and each one of them is actually labeled as well. So this one is your magenta, which should take you underneath the castle. So these two on this side actually are inverted because of the way that the tracks naturally point to each other. So that's why these are a certain direction right here. And then I expanded the track this way under the staircase. I'm trying to not show off too much of the castle because we'll get to that in a little bit. Now we got 2 little sections here. So if obviously you're underneath the castle and you want to add a minecart to your system, then I've just put these 2 little temporary little things in here. You just press the button and obviously it powers your minecart and off you go. 2 ones on either side to basically allow you to go to whichever section you want to. So essentially, if you wanted to manually load up a minecart, you could come down here, load the minecart up, and then send it on its way to its destination. Because it doesn't matter where it's going, you're always going to need 1 piece of wool to get through this section right here. Currently, the only one that's going to need 2 is white, I think. Because if you send the white one through that, it goes straight, and then it should stay straight. But if it goes white again, then it's going to have to turn right and go to our large mega storage room, which is going to get built inside the tower over there. So, obviously, the elephant in the room is the castle, and you can see the changes right here in front of you. I'll take the map out of my hand so we can get a good picture of it. Aha. Is there anything in my inventory that I can condense together? Yes, there is. We can just then do this. Take that off our hotbar, and we can have a look at it like so. So yeah, we've got one side which is it's getting going. Like, there are changes that I need to make. Like, first of all, this back wall needs coming out. I need to replace it completely. I've started sort of a design of a tower on this side, and then I've only just recently added this one wrapping around the old tower. I was going to rip it down, but I thought you'll never see it anyway, and plus when we do eventually start doing the interior of the castle, it'll be at that point then that we'll probably take it all out. I don't really need to do the demolition work on what is actually an active monster spawner, effectively. It's a really, really useful thing, because if we come down here, when we're in the area, all the monsters still fall down this trap. No matter where we are, as long as we're a little bit further away from it, it still works as it is intended. Which means it's great. I need to still take out some changes around the sides here. If we just take a look at the back, it's almost there. It's still quite sloppy, but as you can tell, we've still got a lot of work to do to hide this entire back section right here. Because this wall needs carrying on as well. Plus, I probably want to get another building in here or something, just something next to our church. So, in today's episode, what we're probably going to have to do is we're going to do a little bit of building. We're going to do a bit of terraforming, and we're going to do a little bit of building and try and get some of this section done right here. And we're also going to put this front section on the front right here. We're going to try and build it as high as we can. That's why I have an inventory pretty much full of stuff. Some of this stuff's been ripped out from where the roofs used to be on the old tower. I've taken them off just so that I can essentially get to it. I also reinstalled this again. I removed this originally, but I've reinstalled it now. It's actually working quite nicely for me. Has it got much in it? It's got some stone, and that's got stuff in the hoppers as well. So it is running for me. It just runs a little bit slower. A lot of my tools are getting quite damaged now, so I need to just dump off some of this inventory. We don't really need much. We're going to need some dirt to get up there. Oh no, because if we do the front tower first, I think we should be fine. It's more like getting rid of things out of my inventory that I clearly don't need. Where did I put wool in this area? Is it in here? No, is it down here? No, I guess we didn't really have a chest for wool because wool should really go in the wool chest over where the sheep farm used to be. We need to also get rid of some of this rail because I do not plan on moving any rail anytime soon. 2 pieces of gunpowder can go in the chest above us, and I think everything else is what we'll need. I don't really need this. I don't really need the axe on me at this point either, and I don't need my fortune pick. Both of my standard pickaxes are quite broken. I'm wondering actually if I can repair this one with any diamonds that I've got, considering I've got 28 levels. Let's do this. I got 12 on me. Let's have a look at how expensive it is to repair. 27. Wow. We could do that. I mean, what's this one? This is my efficiency 4 silk touch. That's only 4. If we make a pick itself, I wonder if it's even cheaper. Because usually making a pick with 3 diamonds is probably, it gives you better, essentially, it makes it fully repaired. And I don't really want to put anything else on this thing. It's this one, funnily enough. Yes, 3 levels, and we just get a fully repaired pick for 2 extra sticks. This one can kind of just stay as it is for now. We do need to do a bit of caving at some point, but I think we'll save that for something that's going to be coming up very soon, because hopefully I can hold out till then. Because we've got all our mending picks. If I'm really desperate, I'll just go over to the triple skeleton farm and just sit there AFK for a little while. So, let's get on with this then, shall we? Because I've been rambling on quite a lot. Let's grab some stone and let's see if we can get some building done. Because for once, I'm actually going to get some building done on camera, because it's a long thought process trying to think of what I actually wanted to do. With the front of this castle, as you tell, we built an entire tower, and then I've changed our mind, essentially, because, well, it just didn't fit. But this looks very grandiose now. I'm really liking it. Like, once we get rid of this sticky out part of the mountain, and then we terraform the top part of the mountain forward, I think everything will look really, really good. So, let's have a look at this first of all over here, because we're going to try and implement this on the other side. So this is what it looks like on the base. We're going to make sure that we've got all the materials on us firsthand, so we're going to need a lot more stairs, because this thing is very stair heavy. So, I remember correctly, it takes a massive amount per section. And we're going to do more sections on this new one than we have got on the old one. That's 2 stacks of stairs. That'll probably do us for now. Next of all, we're going to need some more stone brick itself. Stone brick is probably the second most useful thing in this section. And then, the last but not least, we need the stone. But obviously, we've got that already. So, let's do a bit of inventory organization. Let's do this and that. And there we go. And then let's get ourselves some fireworks on the bar, just in case we need them. We don't need that, and let's put food there. Aha! So, at the bottom, in line with it, obviously, first of all, let's note where these are. So we do actually need some cobblestone stairs, which I don't have. Oh, I know where there is some cobblestone, actually. There's in that chest right down here. See, this is the half of the thing with building, is most people would probably cut out all this stuff that you don't need. But anyways, we might as well include it, because you guys can see my thought process behind half my building. The thing with this is I want to add some beacons inside these eventually, so we will have to tear out the monster semi-farm that we've got going. Let's do this, a bit more useful. Have I got enough for one more? Yes, I do. Let's just leave them there. How many did I make? 48. Wow. Didn't realize I needed that many. I probably don't. So let's do this, this, and this. So, staring back at it, let's just make sure that we've got a mental image of what we're doing. So we've got basically 3 stone pillars that go all the way up. So let's start with those, and we're going to start with the stairs as well, because it's sort of like triangles, and they're on in line with the edge block right there. So let's head over here. We're still going to get this right, and then as we need sections of this one, we'll start moving it along. So the stairs were actually 2 wide or 3 wide? Ah, first problem. 3 wide is the answer, I think. Yes, they are 3 wide, because if you look at the outside of the section itself, you can see it. So let's do this L shape like this, and we got 3 of these. What is this? Oh, this is the wall. Oh, like I said, the wall needs terraforming, and there's our first indication that the wall's in the wrong place, because it doesn't fit. So we're going to move this wall out slightly. It's not too much, but I didn't think it was that close, in all honesty. I didn't realize I was right against the edge on this side. Obviously, we can just move that afterwards, because it does have a little bit of a stupid gap. How did I place them in the wrong place? And I really wish I'd put my stairs next to each other now, because then I could have used them. So let's just do 3 like this. Let's do 1 there, 1 here, and 1 here. In these gaps, what were these? Now, I think the middle 2 were lower stairs and the side ones were upper stairs. No, it's the other way round. The middle ones are up and the other ones are down. And then everything else has a stone brick on it. So including on those sections that we've got right here, we've got stone bricks on the ends. So we have this sort of pattern going on here. 2 of those, like so. Down, across, and then back up here. This, did I make it too big? Yes, I have made it too big, haven't I? How did I not spot that I was doing that completely wrong? And as you can hear baby zombies inside the farm itself, so that needs to be there. What section's in the wrong place now? It's that block here, and that one there. So actually, it is in the right place. That's just really strange. Oh. Right, I'm moving them immediately because they're annoying already. And then we're going to play 3 like this, and then we'll do something like this. Aha! It's not really anything to be proud of, and then I think what I just did at this point was just fill it in with cobblestone, which obviously I didn't bring any cobblestone with me. So, we're going to try and do the first one as it is. So all we need to know now is where do the stone bricks in the middle platform start? So we've got 1 stone brick, followed by 2 stone, followed by 3 stone brick. So it's essentially 2 by 3. So we're going to start with this then. So it's one of these, followed by 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and just repeat it all the way up. 2, 3, 1, 2, and 1, 2, 3. Oh, I'm actually short. Another pattern. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Actually, up by 1. I think that's because the new layer each starts with 1. Now I can actually jump across and get this added in. So how much of this is dark? Because a lot of it's going to have mobs on. So there's a zombie on the platform there, but that one is completely filled in. So now we're going to jump down and we will repeat that pattern all the way to the top. Then if I go from here, if I can remember this correctly by staring across at it, we have 2 backward stairs, one of which doesn't look to me as if it's in the right place. Why does that look wrong to me? Because I think it is wrong. Yes, I've placed it 1 block over like an absolute idiot. That entire pillar that we've just done there is wrong. See, this is the problem with trying to record and also trying to essentially build at the same time, is I now need to get down is the second problem. There's so many mobs on this thing. So, what we're going to have to do... This is what I looked at it and went, hang on, this doesn't look right. But now the problem I've got is I've got mobs spawning on this thing right here. So what we'll do, we'll go and sleep, we'll fix this, and we'll get going with some building. Because I feel like I haven't really done anything on camera with you guys for a long time. And I do apologize about that. So, the nearest bed's down at middle again. And we're just going to pretend that those, like, last 5 minutes never happened. It was a little bit of a waste, but it's a learning progress. We'll learn how to do this over time. Otherwise, I'm just going to end up building everything off camera in the future, and that's no good, because you guys want to see the build process as well, and to see all the technical sides of stuff. Like, I did this entire redstone section pretty much off camera, and nobody learns from it. Like, I can only show you what actually has been done with it, but if somebody wants to copy it, that's no good. So, let's head over here then. Let's try this again. We've got a zombie sat up there. So this should be fine now. So, if we start with 1, followed by 2, followed by 3. 3, 1, 2, 2. 1, 2, 3. How much higher? 1 more. 1, 2, and then it should be just 1, 2, shouldn't it? Yes. Now we're lined up. Much better. And we're going to do the top ones first. This seems silly. So have I slabbed it? I don't think I have. I'm trying to just look across to the build, and I don't think it is slabbed. So what we'll do, we'll put that in there like so. And then next of all, what we'll do, we'll place a stair block right there. And then we'll do 1, 2, 3 across there. Stair block on... Ooh, wrong placement. I'll go and grab that as we jump back down in a second. Stair block on there, 1, 2, 3. And obviously, we can carry on from this one as well. Do 1 here, 1, 2, 3. Now, the question is, when this, obviously, this thing goes all the way up the front, do we make it sort of curve off at the top? Can't really do anything else without making another pillar. So let's hope that we've got enough health to do this. Let's just replenish all our supplies. And then let's pillar up again. 1, 2. There's nothing really to talk about when I pillar up like this. It's just making sure that I get my counts right when I'm building. Otherwise, if I end up out by 1, that'd look really stupid. 1, 2. Okay, we're alright with that one then. So then we can lean from the side on this block. We can place a stair block here. And we can also do the stair block right there. Place 3 more across. Oh, how did I place that? Now that's good going. Because that block is actually smaller than the standard one. We're obviously going to place stairs like this. This is why it becomes so expensive. But then again, with me tearing out a mountain to build up a side as it is, we're going to have plenty of stuff spare when we're building everything that we want. So, last but not least, let's just jump down again. 1, 2, and we repeat the process. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2. 2. Aha! There we go. We actually made it all the way to the top without killing ourselves. Now, what we should have really done with the last pillar is we should have been pillaring up, leveling off floors and placing stairs. But instead, what we're going to do, we're actually going to use the inside of this. So if I jump down a layer, in fact, what we'll do just to make it safe so we can guarantee our fall, we'll just break a piece of cobblestone and just replace it backwards. So the next layer is going to be right here. Like so. And we're just going to work our way down the essentially this front platform right here. It's a lot of rinse and repeat. But that's what it is with most builds in any build that anybody would essentially start. You've kind of got to get your patterns that you want to go for. You want to get your ideas in mind of what castle you want. Or even any build at all, really. And then just kind of go for it. You don't really want to just be hesitant. And then you make mistakes. That's what hesitancy really tends to do with building. Is it essentially allows you to... You start well, but then you kind of query it. And then you say, is this right or wrong? And then if you say that it's wrong, well... It's one of those flaws that I think myself has as well. Essentially, it's when you start something, you always critique it. You're always your worst critique. But then again, that's the same with half the videos that I make as well, to be fair. I've pulled more down than you guys will have probably ever seen. Because I just don't like them. I don't tend to get my recordings right first time, let's be honest. That's kind of a little bit of thing about me there. It's kind of building, you learn a little more about yourself. Weird. We need this in here. Let's replenish this. I used all my stone brick already. So let's do the next layer. We'll probably come back and do all the stairs afterwards. I think what we'll do, we'll try and get the base of this built. And then I want to quickly go over and show you everything that I do on each section of the actual castle wall itself. Because I really do like building the castle wall. It's been really fun to do it. Let's get these cobblestone on the bar. Because I just lost that piece. It's been one of the most fun builds I've had for a very long time coming up with it. Because it's been one of my originals again. Like, I'm not used to doing original designs. Like, especially the church was... Oh, I almost walked off the edge there. The church was one of my originals that I did last year. But the fact that all the pictures I had of it didn't have the tower. So I've had to recreate the tower spire again. That was a little bit weird, but we got through it. See, that's the thing I like about it, is the best thing to do with when you're building is look for inspiration. Think of, like, the best bits. Don't try and copy it. I'm just going to put a couple of these stairs on this floor, because I think I know how annoying this is eventually going to be. And in fact, I think it might be easier if I just plant the stairs from the floor below, instead of trying to squeeze it in underneath. Because then this is much easier to do. Ooh, except I've just placed that one sideways. There we go. It's going to be a lot of just essentially replacing all these blocks here. I might just skip ahead here now, and I will finish this some other time. Because it's better for me to show you what I'm doing with it, and then you guys can see everything that's going on. Because now I essentially want to show you what's going on with the build itself at the castle. It might need me to terraform and tear a bit more out first. But if that's what's needed, that's what's needed. So there's only actually 2 layers of stone brick left, and I've just missed one of them. So let's just place in this one. Oh no, there's 3. Tell a lie, there's 3 layers left. And if I place the one in above me at the same time, we should be okay. I'm just going to finish off by placing all this stone brick in. Like I said, we'll do the stairs another time. Okay, everybody, I didn't realize how much of an episode we've already done here, so we're already encroaching on the half-an-hour mark, so I just wanted to take a quick look at this, and we'll probably spend some time on this next episode, because I've spent a lot of time building on this. You will notice that it's the same similar frameworks to what we've done on the church, because I think it'll flow everything so much better if we stuck to the same things. I also had to rip it out twice, because I didn't have the right amount of blocks in the middle section to level it at the top with the right height that I wanted to do it. And then obviously all of the stuff that I've been terraforming out of this area, I've had to rip out this much of the mountain already just to get going. So there's 6 more stacks of smooth stone in here. But it looks like I'm going to have to do a little bit more digging for next episode. I will probably try to get this all dug out for next time. And then we will actually get some more walls in. We'll probably finish this entire section probably off camera, and then we can have a look at it properly next episode. Now, next episode, we're probably going to be looking at some other stuff besides this. We won't really do too much building on the castle itself. I want to have a look at going back into the nether to get ourselves another beacon, because I want to get a beacon up near the castle again, but I also want to take a trip back into the end again and get ourselves some more shulker boxes. Now, whether or not that's done on camera, we will see. But until next time, I hope you've all enjoyed, and I guess we will see you then. Bye-bye.